Hey now, everybody. Welcome to Not Hot Book Alert Live. This is Long Story Short. So, this is the 125th episode, 125th episode. And so the last time Long Story Short was on this particular channel here, we talked about uh, the hottest of the variants, hottest ratio variants.
The big modern variants, where they were, where they are in terms of prices.
Right. And so I just think it was only right that we talked about the non-variants, the books that I guess you could say were readily available, relatively speaking, and had maybe maybe just a little bit easier to find that are out there. So, and we kept it to the 2000, kept it to 2000 and up.
And we certainly missed some books. So
Yeah.
if there's any glaring omissions from this, yell at us, call us out.
Well, I'll put it to you like this: the next time Aaron is out, well, we could probably do another one. How about that?
Yeah, for sure.
So I wouldn't say this is a comprehensive list, but it's just something to get you started. You know what I'm saying?
We'll do as many of these. If we get up to 125.125, you know that we lapped the OG.
Then so be it. Then so be it. What's up, everybody? We're having a good time up in here. Actually, the good time hadn't even started yet. That's how good of a time we're having.
We're gonna get into it, yeah, man. You just wait. You just wait.
All right. You just want to get into it?
Yeah, man. Let's do it.
This is not Hot Book Alert Live, but Long Story Short, 125.
Don't adjust your dial. You're at the right show. You just don't know what you're watching just yet. So
right, you have no clue. I figured I would do it. Okay, so I'm doing the list in, I guess, the Hot Book Alert Live style.
Just to keep people guessing, like, what am I watching here?
Yeah, exactly. All right. I guess we should get into it. Let's get into it.
All
right. So we're starting off with Power Girl number 27 from 2011. So this is a Warren how do you pronounce this? Warren Lau?
It's Warren Liu. Everybody says Lau, but by all accounts, it's actually Warren Liu.
Warren Liu.
How you pronounce his last name.
Okay. All right. So the print run on this, according to Comicron, is 16,491 copies.
Which by modern book standards is actually pretty low for the two big publishers. That is definitely on the low end of the range. And this was this the final book in the run? I don't think it was. But
it was.
It was the final book.
Okay. Yeah.
And to show how popular this book is, if I'm not mistaken, there are blind bags at SDCC. And the reason we're doing the show tonight is everybody's at SDCC. Me and Carter are stuck at home. So that's why, we're doing this. But the blind bags at SDCC have a version of this limited to like 1,000, I think. If I'm wrong about that, somebody correct me in the chat.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, these are, like, this list here are pretty much just modern classics, right?
Totally.
Yeah, and this fits the bill.
Yeah, what I would point out, right, we are talking about cover A's, non-variants, but sort of a half asterisk is there are newsies of some of these books, and I think for the books that have newsies, they are must gets if you can find them for your collection at the right price. Absolutely must grabs.
Okay, so no cover B's, no second prints, no incentives, no previews. What else?
This is just a straight freaking, book as you could buy it on the rack, as simple as can be. But like I said, the half asterisk, if these exist in Newsy, these are books you should definitely own if you can find them at the right price.
Exactly.
That's like the one little, and that's not what we're getting into tonight, but several of these on the list tonight can be found in Newsy, and this is definitely one of them.
You know what I'm doing? Okay, so I'm thinking of a book that we should have put on. So I guess I got to make a note of it. Hold on, I got to make a note of it.
Just drop it in the private chat. We can we can circle back.
Yeah, actually, I need to do that now because I'm gonna forget. Hold on. Okay. Okay. All right. What else? What's
So,
next?
do you want to look these up? I think
Yes,
it's interesting to see
yes.
where it's selling now on 9.8 versus where it peaked during the comic boom.
Yes, please.
All right, I'll look it up. Or are you gonna look it up? You want me to look it up?
I don't have which one.
I'll go grab Go Collect. All right, give me 1 second. All right, so we're looking at Power Girl number 27 from 2011. WER.
So 795 total on the census. What 229 9/8, 10 signature series 9/8.
All right, so in terms of 9/8, what we're looking at is most recent sale was at $311. $310 in May. Respectable. The high though was $575 back in early 2023.
Really? The high was 5. I don't know why that feels low. I don't know why.
Yeah, I mean, so we saw like even back in 2017 prices like flirting with that 500 number.
Mm-hmm.
But you had a spike in 2023 that pushed it to almost $600. I think that's pretty good for an open order book. That that it isn't a key per se.
Just a classic cover.
Now, for context, a 9.6 Newsy sold for $500 in November of 2020.
Oh man, can't compete with the newsstand.
No, and then in this book, I've never seen one in the flesh. An 8.5, so an 8.5, just for context, this is the more recent sale of this book. I remember this sale. I think we covered it. January 2025 for $450 in a Newsy for an 8.5.
What was that price again?
$450.
Wow.
Yeah, so when you can find Newsies of these modern bangers, like they're definitely grabs, particularly if you can find them at reasonable prices.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying go out there and pay asking, but even if it's a little inflated relative to the regular, it might be worth grabbing.
For sure. All right. What's next? Spider-Man Noir from 2009. Patrick Zurcher cover. So the print run on first appearance of Spider-Man Noir. And the print run on this is 31,981 with 1,396 total on the census, 742 9/8, 8 signature series 9/8.
Yeah, this book is legit, and I think I don't think we've seen the highs in this one yet, just because I don't know if you saw that trailer from, I think it's Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
Like it looks, the show they're doing looks pretty cool. It looks pretty damn cool. There's a short trailer out, and
yeah.
I'm definitely like there to see it. So I remember when this came out, I just kind of like fallen out of the game a little bit on comics.
Yeah.
And but I bought this in a trade and read it, and I'm like, God, this is pretty cool. I just had a kid and whatever. I just didn't have time for anything. I was just too damn busy with life. But I do remember reading this one. I don't have the floppy on this one. I've been looking for it, but I do like this one for the intermediate term for sure.
I remember that, like, trying to find this book was a quest. I was at a store years ago. They had the entire set for $80. I'm thinking, oh, I'll find it in the back issue bin somewhere. And that never happened. But then my comic book hookup, Jake, he had it in his long boxes, and he sold it to me for an amazing price.
All right. So for context, a 9.8 sold this month for $5.29, which is respectable. The high on this book is $900. I'm seeing. It can't be right.
To me, that does sound right.
Okay. I mean, that's what. It's funny. The graph from Go Collect doesn't show it that high, but it has a table that says that's the highest. The graph shows the highest at $750. And that was actually last year, believe it. It wasn't even during the boom. That was last year in August. That was when the news dropped for the show, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. But there was some other hype surrounding this, like, years, even before. Did it have to do with...
been whispered about for a while. I think this show has been whispered about for at least 3 or 4 years.
Did it have to do with the Spider-Verse cartoon movie?
Oh yeah. I mean, you always had Nicolas Cage in that in the first one. It was a pretty well received character in that. I mean, that movie was great. But yeah, he was probably one of the more loved characters in that.
Dennis Hayes, yes, this book has carried its weight even after the post-COVID collapse. Yes, this book has still stayed very respectable in price after all this time. So I'm very happy with it. All right. Something is Killing the Children, #1 from 2019, a whole 6 years ago. So this is the James Tiny Onion, Weather de la Huerta cover. The print run on this is 33,648. 2,800. No, okay. So all grades. So on the census, 3,939 total. 2,187 9/8, 487 signature series 9.8s.
Yeah, I mean, this was one of the pandemic books for sure. It peaked. I mean, like I said, the numbers on these from Go Collect, I'm gonna say, are suspect. It says the high is 1,700. There's no number on the graph that shows that high.
Mm-hmm.
The highest number I can see is 1,100 in May of 2021. But this book has not collapsed like many others. It's still selling for, low 700s, 730. Just recently sold for 9.8, which is respectable. I mean, that's a pretty good sale.
I mean, we can even just talk about raws. Like a raw copies are going for at least 300, at least.
Yeah, and there's a show coming out for this. Like, odds are they're gonna fuck it up. Everything gets fucked up. But if they don't, if everyone is cast well, if they keep the vibe, if they stay true to the comic, like, this is a show that could have some legs. I think it's really well done. Tinian is one of the best writers in the game. Like, there's enough going for this. If they can execute, like, this could carry for a while. This could be a Walking Dead for a while.
We still haven't heard, like, the show is in what production? Is it in?
No, I mean, it's definitely done. I mean, Tinian posted something with like episode 3 in the script or something. So I think it's actually actively being shot, if I'm not mistaken. But Tony says, he's suspect on this. I hear you. I would say for modern indies, Erica Slaughter is one of the more compelling characters. Like, she's pretty damn cool. And the comic in and of itself is carrying itself. So it's not like just spec out of nowhere. If the show does well, it's a big if.
Yeah.
It could breathe some life into this thing for a longer term.
Yeah, I'm trying to find just like a raw copy of #1 first print, and like I had to scroll just a little bit and look at that. I want to do it. Hold on, I want to do a quick, expeditiously. I just want to do a 130 point check just to see what this thing sold for.
I mean, there's so many variants of this now. Like, you just got to be careful of what you're looking at.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my god. Yeah, like you'll see one sell for like $10, and then it has like, but you'll see like a little caption, little tiny something.
Yeah.
On this.
There's a foil variants. There's like countless
Yeah.
reprints of this book.
But yeah, take a look at this. So I remember how to zoom in? But yeah, look at that. So you have this raw copy selling for $350.
Yeah.
You know what I
Well,
mean?
listen, if the show never happens, the comic is still really good. Like, it's a legit like horror like comic book. Like, there's a lot going for this, there's not a lot of TV spec I'd put any weight behind.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, if they can pull this one off, like this one and Department of Truth, which I think would be like a great TV show, to be honest with you, that would appeal to all the normies, like a X-Files type show.
Yeah.
If they can pull that shit off, like, it could have legs. Big if. Asterisks.
Fingers crossed.
We'll see. It's funny. The other book on this is The Frizzen, which we're not talking about variants tonight, but that cover is also quite iconic, and it sells a hell of a lot less than this one, and there are fewer of them on the census by like over 1,000 copies.
It's weird that I've noticed, like with certain books, like the cover A will still sell for more than like a variant or like a store variant or something like that. That's interesting to me.
Yeah, no, I mean, totally. I mean, I think that's pretty common. That said, like this book in particular, The Frizzen, is so good and so iconic that I feel like, I don't know why it's not neck and neck with it. I'm not saying it should go for more.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like it should be on the same level for whatever reason. But
okay, so I think this #5 might have been undersold. I don't know. That's a cheap. Oh shit! Hold on. Sorry. I was looking at this. The #5. This #5. Like, this is like a $200 book, $150 to $200 book in some cases.
I mean, this is when. So this book, the print runs dipped through issue number 7 or 8, and then took off like crazy. So yeah, I mean, some of these are crazy prices on these.
Do you know what you can get final sale price on eBay? No need.
Yeah, eBay has, if you have to go into like the seller options.
Really?
Yeah. So within the selling options, there's like a research function or something where you can look up actual sold prices.
Bro, I did not know that.
Yeah.
Ah, man. Okay, so I'll have to.
I still go to. I know it, and I still go to 130 points. So.
Okay. All right, West.
Yeah, here it is.
The book, West Coast Avengers #7. Did I mess that? Oh yeah. Okay. West Coast Avengers #7 from 2019. So this is a Eduard Petrovich cover. First appearance of Jeff the Land Shark. First full appearance of Jeff the Land Shark. So the print run on this is $14,439. Jeez. 39 copies. All grade. So 213 on the census. 100, only 123 9/8 and 0 signature series 9/8.
Yeah, so and I've been saying this for a while, and I know Tony hard disagrees with me on this one, but this isn't a spec book. Jeff has a big fan base, and to that point was on the Fantastic Four premiere, Julia Garner was kissing a toy Jeff the Land Shark that somebody was holding on the way into the show where all the fans were.
Really?
Like, yeah, I have it. I posted it on my IG. If you want to go look there, you can see it. But the love for Jeff is not spec. It's genuine love for the character. Nobody's buying this for, well, I'm not saying nobody, but most people are not buying this for future value. Right there.
Yeah. Nice.
This is Julia Gardner kissing a Jeff the Land Shark on the runway for the Fantastic Four movie. Jeff ain't no fucking joke. Like, there is a genuine love for this character, and that ain't a spec book for me. Like, I expect that book to slowly grow over time because A, 14,000 is low for Marvel, and B, the love for this character is real. I've got 2 copies ungraded. I'm hanging on to them. They're holds for me. I'm not saying I'm necessarily buying in at these prices, but like, those are holds.
I feel you. Okay, so Jeff is turning out to be what I thought Rocket Raccoon was going to be.
I think he's starting to blow by him, man. Like he is everywhere. You know, I watch some YouTube comic stuff, and you know, the younger generation. There's this girl who reads a lot of comic books. I don't know anything about her, but like, she's talking about Jeff, like and how much like this character means to her. Like, there is a drumbeat behind Jeff that I think is pretty strong.
Did you get into sales?
Let's take a look at these. So this is still even after all of this stuff. So let's take a look. West Coast Avengers 7. All right. So there's no newsy for this because it's too late in the game. But this book is selling well. So all-time high is it was just over $500.
Okay.
Most recent 480 something. It looks like 455 just this month. So this book, if you look at the graph, opposite of all the comic boom graphs, it is trending upwards. Its lows in 2021, you could get this for $50.
Yes. And he I thought Miss Minutes was gonna be what Jeff turned out to be. Yes.
Liger, that's a great call, bro, man.
Miss Minutes. I remember finding that timeless variant with that character on it. And I was like, oh man, I thought I struck gold. I thought I came up on loot.
Yeah, I mean, the vibe behind Jeff is just different. Like, you can tell when people are speccing, hoping to sell. I don't feel that's the story with Jeff. I think people just love fucking Jeff.
Yes.
All my kids know Jeff. Like, I have one who doesn't give a shit about comics at all, and he knows Jeff. You know what I mean? Like, they just know this character, so.
I'm so pissed. I got 3 copies of Miss Minutes and none of Jeff. He walked right past Jeff. He kicked a copy of West Coast Avengers #7 to get to Miss Minutes. I'll tell you what. If I come across a 9/8, I'm thinking for like 400 out the door. I'm thinking I would be in it.
I don't think it would be a bad hold, man, because like I said, I don't think anybody's buying this because he's going to show up in a movie or whatever. I just think there's actually like actual love. Like when you buy a book, like who are the long-term holders of it, right? You got to think about, or is it just all flippers? If it's all flippers, the fucking thing's going to crash. If there are people who want to own it long-term, it's going to do okay. And I think, could be wrong, but that feels like the case for Jeff.
I'm wondering who. Okay, so do you remember Winona Earp, like when those comics got hot, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I like when I was putting them up on eBay, every sale was from a girl.
Yeah.
Every sale. And I have that feeling that like if you put a West Coast Avengers #7 up, like a girl would buy it.
Yeah, man, and I think girls are leading the charge on it, but it's not just. But I will say, I've told the story on many times. I was at a shop I go to regularly, and I was just digging, and I just hear this girl, "Honey, it's Jeff," and she's fucking. It's a huge store. She's bombing up the aisle with a copy of It's Jeff, like fucking happy as can be. Just like the recent Jeff comics they put out.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, I think. I think Jeff ain't going anywhere. So, like I said, I wouldn't go out and pay peak prices, but if you can find it cheap or if you have it, for me, it's 100% a hold. I got 2 copies. I'm holding them. We'll see where it goes. I got in for cover. So,
yeah, I think I think the female comic fan, I just don't think they get caught up with spec all like that.
No, like predicting right now. That's a dude tendency. I think it's just collectibles for them. Like I want to hold it. Kind of
exactly. Thing. So, all right, what's next? I don't think I've got 3 copies left. I don't think they're 9/8s. But all right.
I gotta check mine. I don't know. They very well could be, but they're just sitting in a box. I know where they are, and I'm just like happy to sit on them at this point.
Right. All right, Bad Planet #6 from 2008. So this is the final Dave Stevens cover. Now, I checked Comicron. I checked even AI. The AI was like, "Hey, we ain't got nothing." Sorry.
I think I found this one before on Comicron because it was like miscategorized on the date.
Okay.
This is like around 6,000.
6,000. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Around I could be wrong, but right around there. But I've definitely looked into this one before, and this cover is it's Dave Stevens' last cover released before his death. I mean, obviously some of them been released posthumously, but if you look at sort of the girl in the red dress dying on this, it's a little like too on the nose, if you will. The other thing about this book, why it wasn't released, on time was he was such a perfectionist, and her foot, you seen that was unfinished. He hadn't finished her foot, and they just kind of like buried it there. If you look like, but like it was still unfinished at his death, and they received it and then they published it. But yeah, this book is fucking awesome. My favorite story about this book is there's a shop I go to, and the guy who runs it is a freaking asshole, and like he's always overcharging for everything. And he had the whole run of Bad Planet for $10, and this book was in there, and I just bought it, and I was just kind of laughing all the way to the bank, like on the whole thing. He's just such a jerk. But yeah, this was like 3 months ago. I grabbed this.
85 total on the census, 47 9/8.
Why this book is so hard in 9/8 is the cover is like a cardstock cover, so it picks up ticks super easy, and there's nothing you can do about them once it picks it up.
Okay. Damn, I haven't like looked at a copy in so long. I know I've got some. I think I have like 2 kicking around somewhere, but
Let's take a look on the prices on. I think the prices on these have come way in, but they're still respectable. All right, so on Bad Planet 6, what we're looking at is recent sale of Way Down, $390. In the Dave Stevens boom of 2024, one hit 1,050. Holy shit.
Oh my God. Wow.
I mean, $390 is still not bad for this book.
Yeah.
Wow. Over $1,000 in that Dave Stevens Euphoria stage. So when we started Long Story Short, I think we had this book on the very first show. First or second, maybe. I don't remember exactly, but it was very early. And people were like, I had no idea this was Dave Stevens. I never heard of this book. Like, we talked about this book like way a long time ago. And I had a lot of people who know a lot about comics hitting me up saying, how did you find this? I never heard about this one. But
I'm texting somebody. Hold on.
It's all good, man.
All right. Let's keep it pushing. Oh, here we go. Amazing Spider-Man 601. Classic, beyond classic, J. Scott Campbell cover. The print run on this is 74,201. So
yeah, for an ASM, you'd expect probably, I mean, until recently, I mean, this book is collapsing, but for most of time, the most heavily ordered book in the hobby, ASM. Somehow now it's doing less than 50,000 copies, which is really, really sad. When so many other books are destroying it, but so is the current state of Marvel Comics. But is this J. Scott Campbell's most iconic cover? It's certainly in the top 5.
Most iconic. I can't think of anything. Oh, I'll tell you what. I'll say the most iconic that's not a variant.
This one.
Yes.
Yes, he's got some variants. Certainly that. I think not on price, but just on how recognizable it is. It competes with anything he's ever done.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, there are several books that compete with it. I'll just put it at that. But yeah, this book is great. This is one of those books that can be found in a newsie, and I think it's a must-own if you can find this in a newsstand.
Oh my gosh, I can't even imagine.
It's a must-own if you can find it in a newsstand.
There is a 9.9 of this,
which is crazy. Yeah.
Which would you rather have, a 9.9 direct edition or a 9.6 newsstand?
9.6 newsstand, and it wouldn't even be. There'd be no hesitation because I don't trust CGC's gradings to be that precise. I'm sorry. The newsstand I know is structurally more rare, so the grading I don't trust it enough for me to pay that premium. I'll take the newsstand all day long. Thank you very much.
What about a 9.2 newsstand?
I think I'd still take the newsie. I want a newsie in this book. So I've been looking for one we talked about this on Long Story Short like a year ago, maybe more. I don't know, 2 years ago. I've lost track of time, but I want a newsie in this book, and I've never come close. So Le Chat Noir from Campbell is phenomenal, but it's an homage, right? I mean, this is an original. For me, I'm taking the original. While I can appreciate everything about that book, like his OG, concepts stand out a little bit more for me.
You remember a few years ago, like when somebody had a critique of the composition of this, and
he redrew it, saying this is not proper anatomy, and then Campbell came back and ripped him a new one, redrew it, redrew his sketch, and then donated it to charity. or sold it and donated the profits to charity.
Yes. Let me see if I can find what I'm talking about. Okay. Let me see. All right, so here's Bounding into Comics. Let's see if they have it. Okay, so J. Scott Campbell responds to fixing. So this was 2020. I think this had to have been. It feels earlier than 2021.
I thought it was lockdown. I thought this all went down like during the pandemic period, but I could be wrong. I could be remembering it incorrectly.
Oh shoot. Okay, J. Scott Campbell responds to fixing of his Amazing Spider-Man 601.
Does this thing have a date on it? What does that say? November?
It says 2021.
Okay.
Right
this
here.
Is probably timely, I would imagine. This
thing After issuing his own take on attempting to fix his drawing of Mary Jane, the cover. So because this book got really hot after all that.
Oh yeah, this book went nuts for a moment after that. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. The pose. So she's just kind of
I don't know why this dude's pose is more realistic than the other one. First of all, it's comic book, so like let's not get so fucking worked up. But like why is like that one more realistic than the other one?
Yeah, exactly. But I will say it's more realistic, but this one is just like way more dynamic. This is the Marvel way right here.
We read comic books for fun, man. Like I don't need like real life spit back at me for my comics.
Yeah, but after that controversy, this book blew up even more so because it was already a popular book.
Yeah, this thing went nuts for a while. This thing went nuts.
Yep.
Let's take a look. Let's see it. Let's see if the spike on this was in. I'm pulling the prices. Was in 2021. All right, let's take a look here. 998s. Yeah, so this book went nuts. Although this is crazy, man. So it hit 730 in October of 2021. So that was around this time period.
Yeah.
But this book has actually grown in price. It hit 7. So what did I say? 721, 730.
Mm-hmm.
The most recent sale on it is 705 this month. Like, so it spiked, went down, and then has been climbing ever since. And the most recent price is not the most recent high. You know, the sale before it was the most recent high.
So this was 2021. And he auctioned this off. And it got, I forget how much it got. But
yeah, he donated it to some charity, right? The proceeds he got from it?
Yep. So, yeah, and he even, so here's the fix right here. And he fixed the fix to make it more dynamic.
Yes. If he were to release this, if you release the fix as a limited edition cover, let's say 1,000, that would sell out in like 2 seconds. I know Campbell's been like pumping out books faster than anybody can keep up lately.
Yeah.
But if you were to release the fix in a limited edition run, it would sell out instantaneously, I think.
This is this was fun. This was a fun little controversy.
The shit people get worked up about, man.
All right. We have another Campbell Amazing Spidey cover. So we have Amazing Spider-Man 606 from 2009. So print run on this was 70,000 118. So what was the print run? Okay, so 74,000 for 601 and 70,000 for
The 601 is catching the afterglow of the milestone issue 600, right? Just those issues. 600 was probably 85,000 or something like that.
So okay, so 2,506 total on the census, 766 9/8 and 223 signature series 9.8.
There's a few variants for this book too. Not that we're going to get into those, but there was like a sketch variant and like a partial sketch. There's also a newsie for this one. But in terms of this book, it doesn't go for anywhere near what the other one goes for, but it's still, for an open order book, it's respectable. The high on it was $260, but the most recent sale is $200 this month. So, this book, for an open order book, this is done without any sort of key significance. This book is done really well.
Yeah, this is I honestly, like, this book does get homaged, I noticed. So
oh yeah, there's been some great ones, man. My favorite homage to this book was Archie, Betty, and Veronica. They did a couple of them where like he's kissing Betty and Veronica's like in shock. He's kissing Veronica and Betty's in shock. But yeah, this book gets homaged quite a bit.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I think I might. You know what? I don't know. I was gonna say I might like this cover a little bit better than 601, but I might go back.
What holds it back for me is the white background. Like 601 has a very detailed background. There's a lot going on in it, whereas that one is up against the white. It just, I don't want to say it looks unfinished, but it looks like not as much work was put into it, maybe.
Yeah, exactly. And not to be outdone, so you can't have 601 or 606 without Amazing Spider-Man number 607.
Agreed. And this one for me is number 2. I know you like 606, but this one, I've always loved this book.
Shit, I was gonna say I might like this one better.
This is Felicia stealing Spidey's clothes. This one sells a little bit better than 606. We have a recent sale on this one. This book is not sold off like other comic boom books. This one's at $270. The high is $370. I mean, a lot of the books from the comic boom were down close to 50%. Like, this has held in there pretty well.
Yeah, it has.
There pretty well.
God, man, I remember my buddy Mike and we were at this store, and like we asked about like these Campbell covers, right? And and one of the guys that works there, he just goes in the basement and pulls out that particular cover for cover price.
No shit.
Yeah, and then Mike asks, he goes downstairs, pulls out another one, sells it to him for cover price.
No shit, dude.
Yeah.
This was in Cleveland?
I'll just say Ohio.
Oh, all right.
But yeah, those were the times, man.
Family.
But this one, I like this one, like the black, I guess you can say, like the black paint splash in the background. I don't know.
It's not much more complete than the other. It just feels that way for whatever reason.
Yeah, for whatever reason, it just adds to it.
Yeah.
It makes it pop.
Yeah, all three of these books are must-haves, though.
You need.
I've got all three, so
yeah.
None in Newsy, unfortunately. They all exist in Newsy, but maybe one day.
I've got 3 copies of this, and it still doesn't feel like enough.
Yeah. I think I've only got one, but I've got a shit ton of foreigns from different countries of all of these that are just cool to have. And I don't think anybody gives a shit, but I've got them from like a bunch of these from all over the world. Thanks to Josh, International Comics. If you're watching, Josh, much love, buddy.
I noticed it morphs from like Mary Jane to Black Cat towards the end.
I mean, who would you rather take, Mary Jane or Black Cat?
Yo, okay, so there's this movie with John Travolta called Urban Cowboy.
Oh yeah.
And so you got Sissy, or you got Pam, and like I lean towards Pam, and I think Pam is like Black Cat.
Yeah, I mean, listen, if you're gonna settle down, it's probably MJ, but Black Cat seems like a lot of fun. Let's just leave it at that.
It's a tie. But I'm looking forward to the next Spider-Man movie, and if we don't get Black Cat, if we don't
get Black Cat, dude, I'm checking out. I'm fucking done. If they can't figure out it's time to put Black Cat in one of Spider-Man's movies, I am fucking out. Like, right? It's the biggest layup I can think of, and we'll see. We'll see.
It's literally a layup with a fucking trampoline.
Yeah, no shit.
I'm expecting a scene where Peter like goes to his second apartment, and he keeps his costume on, and there's Black Cat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. I mean, here's the thing. Like, with the setup for the movie, like Zendaya is out of the picture. Like, you don't need to double down on that. Let him pursue a new relationship without any guilt. Like, just let him go with Felicia. Like, she should. I'm not joking. It's not like the next movie. She should be a central character for the next 3 movies. If they're not doing that, I don't know what the hell they're doing, man. Liker.
It's gonna be white. Damn it! Don't put that on us, Ricky Bobby. Don't you put that on us? Hey, Mike, do you remember when we were at that store? We were at the store, and I don't want to say which one, but we were out and we found the copies of Spidey 607. Do you remember that? He pulled them out from the basement. Yes, you do.
Kingdom. Do I think that it was with Catwoman? I don't know, man. I don't really give a shit. I don't think it really matters that much. Like, for the normies, do they care? I don't know. For us, like the comic book lovers, of course we're gonna know the difference. Like, just put Felicia in the goddamn Spider-Man movies already, please.
Black Cat is way overdue. We need white hair, black outfit, super hot.
Yes, I mean, it's a layup. It's a freaking layup.
Don't play with us, Marvel. Don't play with us. All right, next up, Zatanna, number 16 from 2011. Adam Hughes cover. So we go from J. Scott Campbell to Adam Hughes. So the print run on this is 17,076. The census 571 total, with 112 9/8 with 22 signature series 9/8.
Yeah, this is a great book. I am shocked for a modern book how low the 9/8 count is relative to the total. It's like 20%. For a modern, that is super low. 50% for a modern is pretty low. But like 20%, that's crazy. That is freaking crazy.
So this is the final issue of that Zatanna series.
Yes. He did a couple of books in this series, but for many people, this is their favorite. I like this one, but there's one I like better. But this is, and I don't think I have this one anymore. I don't think I have one of these anymore. I have to double check.
I remember passing up a copy of this because I already had a copy.
Yeah, those are the decisions we regret, right? where like it's a good deal, I'm going to pass because I already have it. Like, and I'm going to spend the same amount of money in a book I don't have that's not as good.
I'm still I still go back to this. I still go back to that store to try to see if it's there or not. Like maybe they put another copy back in. I still do that. But what's the 9.8 sales on this?
All right, so let's take a look. Zatanna 16.
Benny Blanco from the bridge.
All right, here we go. So,
from the Bronx.
This book sells well, man. So the high on this book was $550. Mm-hmm. No, it says $550, but I also see $1,000, which is nuts. Back in 2022, and I also see a 904 in 2021. Those are crazy. But the most recent sale was about $525 last month.
Okay, that's respectable.
I mean, these sales, these peak sales, there's only a couple of them, so like I wouldn't say it's down that much. I would say it on its highs, it normalized at about $750. So it's actually held up pretty well, given how much comics have sold off.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a great book. A great book. I gotta find one again for the right price, but I'm such a cheap bastard.
I hear you. All right, next up, Detective Comics number 880 from 2011. You know what, man? I'm noticing like a lot of these books that I featured, they're from like that late 2000s, early 2010s time period.
Yeah, totally, man. That was a great era for comics.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, man.
That was a lot of fun.
I mean, the ratio, this is not a variant show, but the ratios from that era, some of those go for crazy money. Back then. I mean, this book is caught a new wave recently because the OA just sold. And so people are chasing this book. And the OA sold for crazy money, like $250,000 or more. And there's a lot. Listen, man, I love Jock, but there's a lot of debate saying, shouldn't the artist get paid for this sale? I'm thinking, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, he created the art. It got sold. How the hell should he be getting paid for every sale at this point? Like,
yeah.
I understand, like, he's not participating in these sale prices, but, like, when in the world has that ever happened? Like, somebody builds a house, they don't get, a piece of the action every time it gets sold, so I understand, like, he's not making money on that, but the amount of money he can make doing commissions on that or whatever is crazy. I mean, that's just the art game. So, listen, if you feel differently, fine, but, like, I just don't understand that argument that he should be getting paid a piece of that most recent sale. Like, how the hell do you make that work?
Exactly.
But I don't think it hurts, like, his future earnings. Like, it's just going to put him at a higher profile, and people are going to be paying big bucks for his commissions.
So I was actually out with Mike a couple weeks ago, and he bought this Detective 880 short box.
Oh, no shit! I see a bunch of these with the art on them, but I've never seen this one.
Yeah, and I think he paid like $20 for it, maybe, but I didn't realize it was going for so much. Look at that.
DC, like, just I think last week had the facsimile of this on open order with a foil as well, of course. But for me, I know people hate that, and I don't necessarily love it, but I don't think it hurts the OG. I just think it raises the awareness of how cool the OG is for me. But people who can only afford the facsimile are probably not in the market for the original anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? I think I've got like 2 copies of this now, which is great.
I've never had this book, believe it or not. I've never had
Hmm.
hands on this one now.
Hmm.
It disappeared before I ever could get hands on this thing. And I've seen it in the wild many times, just at prices I'm not willing to pay.
Hey, long short, why ain't you at San Diego?
Dude, I don't know, man. I live in Boston. That's a long flight.
That's a hike.
It's a long flight. I got a bunch of travel coming up over the next several months. So I want to get there. There's 3 cons I want to get to. Although San Diego, believe it or not, when I go to cons, I like to dig. But San Diego, Heroes, and New York. I'd like to get to all 3 of those at some point.
All right. Next is Adam, Legend of the Blue Marvel, #1 from 2009. So this is a Matt Broom cover. Print run on this is 17,000. So 1,590 total on the census. There is a 9.9 and 391 signatures, or rather 391 9/8.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about this book. For me, Adam's a cool enough character, but I don't know if he stands out enough.
No. Yeah.
In the Marvel universe to really matter. I don't know. This book feels a little overhyped to me. And I remember this book going fucking nuts during the pandemic, where WandaVision came out and they were talking about the engineer, and everybody was assuming it was going to be Adam.
Yeah.
And it wasn't. But this book went crazy during that window. It was a few weeks. This book went nuts. But yeah, I'm not willing to buy into this where they're asking, but I know this book has come in way, 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 way from its peaks. Let's look this one up.
I mean, I'll say this because I remember selling a copy for $200, right? And at one point, and thinking to myself, "Damn, I undersold this." You know what I mean?
Yeah, no,
It was
this
going
book
for that
has
much.
a lot of. I just the character isn't being used in the comics. I just don't know if he's interesting, and I don't know. Maybe they can do something with him, but all right.
Okay, so this was during that time where the MCU could do no wrong, and if you threw this guy in a flick somewhere,
Yeah, it felt like they were teeing him up, and it never happened. So this freaking book hit $2,800 in March of 2022. And it had a bunch of sales in that range. 2,700 in August 2021. That was probably around the time of WandaVision. It's down to about $600 in 9.8.
I mean, shit.
I'd like to own one. From a collectability standpoint, I'd like to own one, but I'm not going to pay up for this on the spec value for
it. Well, since it was on my channel, I'm like, we got to do this a little bit earlier.
Sorry, man. We should have broadcast. Carter and I knew we were doing the show since last week, and we were just talking about it today. So we probably should give people more of a heads up. Sorry about that, man.
But I will say, that much for a 9.8 is still pretty damn respectable.
It's not bad, man. It's not bad. And 1,700 for a Marvel comic is not a heavy print run. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. All right. I've got I remember finding this book.
For the long haul, are you taking this or Jeff?
Oh, Jeff.
Yeah.
All day, every day. Yeah, I think this book has had its time. It's coming on. I think I'm down to 1 copy left. So, I don't have any like qualms about having sold those other copies.
If you're selling them for gains and you're not catching the highs, it's nothing you can do. Nothing you can do about that, man.
Somebody mad at
what I
Jeff.
like to tell people is you look at these charts and you see the highs and the lows. Odds are you're not selling at the high. That was a one-off. And you're not buying at the low. That's a one-off. You're going to be somewhere in between. So
exactly. Somebody's mad at Jeff.
Liger, fucking hey, he's going to skin that shark.
All right, Captain America #6 from 2005. First appearance of the Winter Soldier.
I love this book, man. This is a great book. I mean, this is Brubaker at his best. I've got this one in a newsie. I don't have a lot of these modern bangers and newsies, but I do have this one in a 9.6. So I'm really happy to have that. But yeah, this is an awesome book, man. Winter Soldier was a great modern villain and turning into a modern hero, but cool character in the movies, great character in the books. Like this is a great book.
Okay, so there were two characters that could never be resurrected. That would be Uncle Ben and Bucky. And somehow, some way, in the no alternate universe or any bullshit like that, in the regular Marvel 616 universe, they found a way to resurrect Bucky.
Yeah, I mean, it's Brubaker. I mean, he is. I was talking about this the other day. Like, the writers current writers I hold in the highest esteem, and Brubaker is just doing like graphic novels with Phillips. Brubaker. I mean, Remender is probably my favorite. Brubaker, Daniel Warren Johnson, had a few others on there. But Brubaker is freaking phenomenal. And there's very few guys who could have pulled the story off, but he nailed it for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was perfect. It was perfect. I remember like the Ultimates universe. Bucky was still alive, but he was an old guy.
Yeah,
I remember that. And I was like, that's kind of lame. But this is way cooler here.
Yeah, big time. Yeah, this book is great. And then there is a variant of this. It was an open order variant with Bucky on it.
Okay, so I remember when this book came out, and it was revealed that they brought him back, and I think it was like the week. I think it was like maybe a week later or 2 weeks afterwards, where the variant with him on the cover came out, and I definitely remember buying that.
Yeah, I've got both, but I've got this in a newsie and in a 9.6, and happy to have it.
I love the mid 2000s when it came to comics. That was a lot of fun too. That time period.
I mean, I started getting back into it in the very early 2000s and kind of read to about this point, maybe a little bit longer, and then dropped out in the late 2000s, and then picked it back up a little while after that.
Yeah, like this is where I wasn't necessarily collecting, but I was reading comics.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah, I think I was in the same boat. I was more of a reader at this point.
Yep. All right, The Boys, #1 from 2006. Derek Robertson cover, Garth Ennis story. Many first appearances, print run, 31,576 copies. So this is from Wildstorm, and then it got a little too controversial after a few issues, and then it jumped to Dynamite. But 2761 total in the census, 986 9.8s, 162 signature series 9.8s.
Yeah, this is a great modern book. I bought this from my LCS like a year ago for $10. The guy's like, he just had it in a box. I'm like, what do you want? It's like, give me $10. And I'm like, all right, man, I'll take it.
Nice.
Issue 3, though, I think is the sleeper because that's the first Homelander.
Yes.
And he is a great modern villain. So as good as this is, issue 3, I think, is the sleeper for sure. And a few of the other villains from the team. But yeah, I got this one and got number 3.
Hell yeah.
Alex, what's up, buddy? Hope you're doing well, man.
Low prices seem to justify me, especially when you compare it to Invincible. Yeah.
I mean, I can see Invincible. Like, you know, I've got 3 boys, and 2 of them, that show, they freaking adore that show. I mean, they're talking about next season already. As they approach, they're just like, it's front of mind for weeks. So, like, you know, Invincible, and they're going to do, I mean, wasn't the whole thing they're going to do these animated, feel it out, so they can do a live action that really kicks ass? I think that was the whole plan. So, like, Invincible's probably going to be with us for a while, is my guess.
All right. The Walking Dead. Can't have a list without The Walking Dead. Number 1 from 2003. Tony Moore covering art, along with Robert Kirkman's story, of course. Print run on this is 7,266. Okay.
Yeah, this was the book that got everybody buying every other goddamn Image book, number 1, for years.
Yo. Okay, so I can think of a few off the top of my head. I remember buying Blue Estate, number 1. Butcher Baker, the Righteous Maker, number 1. God, what the hell else did I buy? It was like this. I remember like around 2000, 2010, 2011, 2012. There was a bunch of like indie number 1s that came out. Image and indie number 1s that came out.
What was that? Peter
Panzerfaust.
Fuck,
yeah. Man.
That book was like, everybody thought that book was going to be the next thing.
Woo! That fucking book. Yeah.
So
Six Gun Gorilla. I remember.
Oh, yeah. So a 9.9 of this sold last August. Do you want to guess the price?
What grade?
9.9.
A 9.9 sold. I would say what, $3,000?
Add 20 to that.
Huh?
$23,000
for a 9.9.
Yeah.
Holy shit! Wow.
23,459 in August 2024 for a 9.9. There's 23 9.9s on the fucking census. That's nuts, man. 9.8s, they're down quite a bit. But they're going for like in the $2,000 after peaking in the $4,000. Dude, I would never pay, like, listen, to each their own, right? I would never pay that kind of premium for a 9.9 because I don't believe it's fucking real. I want to, like, if I had the money, I would buy 10 9.9s from CGC, crack them, resubmit them, and see how many of them come back 9.9s. I would bet none. 0. I would bet 0.
Get the cheapest 9.9 you could find.
Yeah, that's it. I would like to do 10 of them. So it's not just like a random thing. 10 of the cheapest 9.9s, crack them, send them back in, and see how many come back 9.9s. That'd be a good show, man. We'd probably get a shit ton of views if we were to do that.
But, I know, right? That actually sounds like fun.
Let's do a search on eBay like tomorrow and just see what we can come up with. Like, if economically it makes any sense.
All right. Spawn 174 from 2008. First Gunslinger Spawn. 22,667 total on the census. Damn, there's a rather copies printed. On the census is 1,278.
Yeah, I mean, this isn't the low print run Spawn, but we're getting there. It was in the 220s, I think, is the lowest print run.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of the number of the issue, and it was probably like 1,600, 1,500, something like that. Yeah, this is a good book, man. What are these going for? Let's take a look. Spawn 174. All right, Spawn 174. 9.8. Wow, these still sell pretty well, man. So these things peaked, holy shit, in like the 1200 range.
Mm-hmm.
But the most recent sale was 600 this month.
Okay.
And it's on a downward trajectory, but
oh, okay. Well, you got Spawn 175, which is 22,324. So
let's take a look at 175. Classic cover for sure. Alrighty. This one doesn't go for quite as much, it doesn't seem. This thing peaked in the, call it 800 range, and most recent sale was 378 back in May.
Okay. All right. Yellow cover is
a
much
better looking cover for sure, I think. The gun barrels, but
speaking of Invincible, we talked about Invincible a lot before this book even showed up. So Invincible 2003 print run on this is 10,751. So 2,133 total on the census. 453 9/8, 51 signature series 9/8.
Yeah, this book is no joke. So this book peaked at the boom around $6,000, but it's currently selling for around $5,000. So this book is doing really, really well. So I was at a small show several months ago,
Mm-hmm.
and it's going through a box, and had a copy of this for 600 listed, and the dude manning the booth was gone. I came back an hour later, he still wasn't there. I don't know where the hell he went, but he just walked away from his fucking booth. This was just sitting in a box with a $600. I was going to buy the goddamn. It was not a 9.8, not at all. It was probably like a 9.2, 9.4. But the dude gone like for 2 hours, and I gotta go. Like, I don't know where the hell this guy went, but I need a lot of high priced books just sitting there unwatched.
That's wild.
It's crazy. It's freaking crazy.
Probably could have got him down to what, 5?
I figured I could get it for 5. I was thinking I could get it for less. Like, for a guy who's not going to even watch his booth, I was going to offer him $300 and see what he said.
I know, right?
So
he must not care that much. So offer him half.
Seriously, man. That show is coming up again in a couple months, so I'm gonna go take a look if he's there and go through his boxes again.
Oh yeah. All right, what's next? Futurama comics #1 from 2000. It might be a Matt Groening cover. It might not be. I don't know. I
think it is. I think this one is.
He puts his name on everything.
I know there's a lot of guys. He's got a lot of guys who like imitate his style and shit.
Mm-hmm. I think I might have had this book back in the day.
And this book is on the upswing, man. It's going for about 370 recently in 9.8, with the high back in 2021 of 460. So this book is, is not suffering the declines of like a lot of other books.
Okay, good. I know, yeah, because there's where Simpsons comics doesn't have a lot of like standouts as far as price is concerned. Like Futurama,
the Treehouse of Horror books do all right, but yeah.
Yeah, there's a few outliers, but I think Futurama consistently has more books that are worth a lot more for whatever reason. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Throughout the series, hell, you could probably just grab a handful of Futurama comics and just kind of, you know, probably you'd have something to if you could find them for cover price or something like that.
Yeah, these are books when you find them in the dollar bins, you just grab them. Any of them. No questions asked.
If you just want like a quick flip.
Yeah.
Or just to collect.
Either way.
Yeah. All right. Edge of Spider-Verse #2 from 2014. First appearance of Spider-Gwen, or Gwen Stacy Spider-Woman. Around 60,000 copies printed. There's a lot on the census, man. Honestly, okay, it's a mouthful. 8,654 total. 5 9.9s. 3,825 9.8s, 406 signature series 9.8s, and some qualifieds.
Yeah, I've got one of the black background one of these in 9.8. So the early ones in the print run, where you see, below where it says Gwen Stacy, how it's maroon there. There's black. It blends in with the shading on the building. I've got one of those, which is technically a cover A, but they go for a pretty nice premium. But I like Gwen Stacy. Like, I think Miles in this version of Gwen, I think those characters probably have legs longer term. So I like this book. I'm hanging on to it. But it's going for about $500 or $600 right now. I've seen a bunch of sales recently, but it was a $2,000 book back in the boom.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I remember. I totally remember. What did I want to say about this? As someone who doesn't have the variant, I think just having a 9.8 of this is fine.
No, the land variant on this is not good. It's not a good looking cover. Yes, it goes for more. Yes, it's more rare, but it's not. I can comfortably say it's not a great looking cover. I mean, I'd love to have one at the right price, but this is a better looking book for me.
All right, Wonder Woman 184 from 2002, another Adam Hughes cover. So the estimated print run is 82,518.
Really? Wonder Woman was doing is that right, man? 82,000 for Wonder Woman? That's crazy.
It was 2000. It was like the early 2000s.
Yeah, the hobby was a hell of a lot more healthy, for sure. I love this book, man. I just grabbed a newsie of this one this year, I think it was, or this year or late last year.
Mm-hmm.
But this is one of Hughes's very best for my money. So 9/8 of this aren't going for crazy prices. They peaked about $250. They're going for about $190, $180, $190.
I remember when this book was super hot. I had 2 copies that I got graded. They both came back 9/8. I still have one, sold another to a friend of mine. So yeah, this one is staying in the collection. I love this cover.
This is a beautiful book, man.
I don't know. It feels like because I remember when the Wonder Woman movie was like, I don't even think it was in production, but it was just like rumors of it, of the Wonder Woman movie. And I remember this book being really hot. Yeah.
This is a very underrated Hughes. I mean, this has got to be in his top 10.
Very, very, very. But love it. Yeah, and there is a newsie of this that I have yet to see.
Yeah, I've got one. I've got it, and it's very high grade. Like, I gotta get it graded.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm really happy to have this one in newsie.
Hell yeah. All right, Ultimate Fallout 4 from 2011, first appearance of Miles Morales. estimated print run on this, 91,000 copies.
Yeah, and you know, Comic-Con did an article that went deeper, and they think it's closer to like 100.
Probably.
But I get nothing but love for Miles, to be honest with you, man. I know he's a polarizing figure, but I think he's a pretty cool character. And honestly, I really want one of the 1 in 25s of this. I had one years ago, sold it during, you know, the pandemic period. But if you look at that, I think there's less than 1,000 of those on the census. And I just think this book's a buy. And I like this one too. I've got 2 copies of this. But I don't know. Kids seem to like him. I think if they do Miles right on the big screen, you could have a big hit on your hands. But we'll see. They could fuck it up too. Who knows?
I remember seeing like literal long boxes filled with this book here.
I mean, I remember this book, dude. I shit you not, selling for $1,000 raw on eBay. Well after the boom. Like well after. $1,000 polybagged in this book.
Yeah. Man. Yeah, those were the times, man.
Yeah.
Listen, there's so much to say about this, but
yeah, I mean, my last copy of this, I'm in for it for $35, so I get nothing bad to say about this book.
Yeah, I still have a few copies left. All right, Rick and Morty #1 from 2015. I have not a lot to say about it, but I put it up on this list just because this #1 still goes for a respectable price. Just because. That's it.
Yeah, it's a good book. I would love to I'd love to get hands on this book, to be honest with you.
I think the closest I've come is the 4th print with this same art.
Yeah.
With the same cover, but yeah. Not a lot to say about it, but yeah, I know like the show is kind of, I guess, cratered.
It's come and gone.
Yeah, its time is.
But there's nostalgia around it. I remember. So my son who likes comics, his cousin were over. He came over for he doesn't live around here, but they were together for like a week, and they'd stay up till like 4 a.m, like just watching Rick and Morty all night long. So they still talk about that. So
yeah, pleasant memories. All right, Mark Spears Monsters #1 from 2020, from last year. This is the cover A. So the estimated print run on this is 11,000 copies.
Now, was that though for this one or for all of the variants?
I think. I think just for this cover A.
Okay.
I believe.
Because the Witch, which is kind of the one that put him on the map, I think he's come out, and Keen Spots have come out and said it's at 2,020 copies.
Really?
For the Witch one. Sometimes in Comic-Con, they will, if there's not a price difference, they're just going to list them all under the copies ordered. So I don't know specifically on this one, but it feels high given what this book sells for.
Let me see. Okay, so I looked up, I Googled it. So let's see really quickly. Let's see. Reports on the print run of Mark Spears Monsters #1 cover A vary slightly, but indicate a relatively small number for the first print. One source suggests it was part of a 13,000 copy initial print run and immediately sold out. Another one mentions a print run of only 11,000. Yeah, that's where I got that from.
Okay. I still wonder if that, because there was several variants, if that was just spread across all of the variants or not, because I know I use Comic-Con a lot, and a lot of times if it's not a price difference, they just lump them all together.
You see this? A user on Facebook, however, stated that they had heard only 3,000 3,300 of Cover A were printed.
That sounds more reasonable to me, just given the pricing on it.
I know, because like the number ones have just spiked. You know what I mean?
There's a bunch of people in the chat saying that 300, the 13 or whatever was for, or 1,100 whatever is for all the copies. So,
okay,
yeah,
nice.
But I know for a fact, or I shouldn't say for a fact, it's been cited several times that the Bride cover that went nuts for him, was 2020 copies, and I think Spears has verified that himself.
I'm not mad at that. As someone who has like A through E, I'm not mad at that.
You did well, man. I remember you picking these things up after they blew up. You were finding them after they went crazy.
They were at a store. I couldn't believe it. All right, Invincible, more Invincible, number 19 from 2004. First appearance of Battle Beast. I tried to get the print run on this, but I couldn't find it. So
these are all super low, man. I mean, these are probably sub 10,000 at this point.
Yeah. What's the 9.8?
Let's take
sell it for it lately.
Invincible 19. I bet you this book is nearing all-time highs, just given the show and the new comic. Oh fuck yeah, this thing's on a rope. Most recent sale, which is an all-time high, is $1,000, July 2025. So just this month. Damn, that's no joke.
Yeah, a buddy of mine, he had a 9.8 of this, and he just sold it for, I think, close to $1,000. So, okay,
really nice.
Okay,
really nice book, man.
Ice Cream Man number 1 from 2018. So this is the cover A, estimated print run 9,454. This is a book I never see anywhere.
Yep. I was just going to say the exact same thing. I've never come across it.
And if I do, it's always like at a price that I'm just not willing to pay.
Aren't they going to do something with this? I swear they're saying this was like being optioned for a TV show or something.
I know, right? There was like an 80s movie with Clint Howard called Ice Cream Man, like a 80s horror movie. 80s, maybe early 90s horror movie.
I think they've used like that idea many times. There was another something I read.
Yeah.
All right, so let's take a look at the price history on this thing. So this thing went fucking nuts during the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
Hit almost $600 in late 2020, early 2021, and we're down to about $325.
Okay. Yeah, this book has always eluded me at a decent price. I've come across number 2s, like pretty much every other issue except for number 1. And Venom number 3 from 2018, first appearance of Null. Donny Cates. Where did I hear the story about Donny Cates?
Which one, man? The dude's in rough shape, I think.
Yeah, like he got into an accident and he just can't, like,
he got into a car accident. Allegedly got into a car accident and can't like write. But I think, I think he's got some abuse issues going on.
Okay.
Is my understanding.
Yeah.
This
is the first appearance of Null. 36,234 total on the census.
Yeah, Null's a great modern villain. The crazy thing, but this is the first print. I mean, the book that went nuclear was the third print. I mean, it hit $1,000 and 9.8, but this is an iconic cover in its own right. And Null's not going anywhere. I mean, there's not a lot. Many times we have new big time villains introduced into Marvel Comics. So this book is still a hold for me at the right price.
Got this whole run sitting in the long box. Got the third print too. All right. Yeah. What did I want to say about this? Yeah, good modern villain, and
What's this thing down? This thing is collapsed.
oh god, yeah.
Let's take a look real quick. Hold on. Let me take a look at what the prices on this thing are.
God of the symbiotes.
All right. Let's take a look. So the high price wasn't as crazy as I thought. It was about 400 bucks,
Mm-hmm.
and it's going now for like 190, 180, 190 in 9.8.
Okay. All right. I mean, it's gettable. Something for the long.
I mean, it's a
something
hold,
for the
man.
long.
I mean, if somebody's looking to move a bunch of books, you find this thing raw for 20 bucks, 30 bucks. I mean, that's a buy for me.
Yeah. They're not even using this guy no more. I blame Jeff.
Check the third print. Hold on. The third print, I know for a fact one sold for $950 because I sold one for $950. Give me 1 second on this one. Where are the variants? Why isn't it showing to me on this? Oh, sorry, wrong. I was in the ice cream man for some reason. All right. So a lot of variants for this book.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of variants for this book. Third print. There's about 2,667 total on the census. This high grade is wrong on Go Collect because I can tell you right now I sold one for $950 conclusively, but they're going for about $220 in 9.8 for that third print, which is probably not a bad pickup.
What'd you say it was going for?
$220.
$220. Jeez.
You can probably get it for less if you're savvy.
Oh damn. All right. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to hold on to my 9.8. It's a hold. All right. And we are done, everybody.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us for Long Story Short on Mercenauts channel. Like I said, the rest of our crew is in San Diego. Carter and I are stuck at home.
Losers.
We did not want to leave you without a show. So, yeah, man. Thank you all for joining us tonight. Hope you had fun. We had a blast. And maybe there's an episode 125.3 in the future.
Yeah, there's so many more books to talk about. So you guys could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with us tonight, BSing about comics, hot non-variants. All right, so I think I have enough for a haul video. So I should probably I'm thinking I'll put one out next week, probably like maybe next Friday or something like that. So be on the lookout for that. And this Sunday is Hot Book Alert. We're gonna bring you the latest and the greatest in comic books, comic book sales. All right, everybody, I'm going to sleep. I don't know about you.
I'm going to bed, man. I am fucking beat. So peace.
All right, I'm gonna check in on Sylvester, and I'm gonna get some sleep. All right, everybody, we will talk to you later on an all new Hot Book Alert Live. All right, everybody, good night.